Hello, I'm Sergio Soto from The Miserables, and I'm gonna give you a tour of my, gear. I have a Real Life B615 Behringer 1500 watts, and my Onyx OM2, which is my preferred microphone. I'm not really a big fan of the SM58s, and definitely my handy dandy iPhone, because I kind of had all my lyrics in here. I pretty much am working on music all the time on this. This is where I kind of keep all my ideas. I usually just record small snippets of riffs and vocal melodies. And all this is pretty much Christmas presents from my girlfriend, because she's incredibly supportive in what I do, and she really believes in me, and I try to believe in myself too. And that's pretty much my equipment, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm new. This is my setup for our equipment. I have a LaRose custom guitar that I got for graduation, and it's a single cutaway. It's heavy as fuck. It's about 10, 12 pounds. It's got a original Schaller Floyd Rose, and it's got a Gibson Burstbreaker Pro in the neck pickup, and DiMarzio Fast Track 2, and a Fernandez Sustainer FSK 401 single coil, both in the bridge pickup, or vice versa, bridge and neck. Standard four knob control. It's laid out in the shape of like the traditional Pollard Smith way, and it's there's also a mid-cut switch. It's really nice. I usually don't use it, but when I do, it sounds really nice. And it's got the on, the off for the sustainer, and the also in the octave effect, changing the octaves. Ebony fretboard, mahogany body. That's pretty much it. It's pretty solid, and got the Pollard Smith strap for it too as well. Still falls off, it's because it's so heavy. Yeah, that's pretty much it on the guitar. It's a LaRose Guitars, really great maker, really good guy, Todd D'Agostino, and he's a stand-up guy. And moving on to my amps, or my amp, I have a Marshall 412. It's pretty heavy, but it's not too bad. It sounds really nice when I have the Fender FM 100H going through its solid state. It's got 2 channels, and it just sounds really good. I don't use both channels. I usually use it for my clean, and I run my effects through the foot pedal, and which I use a Vox Valvetronics Tone Lab ST. Really good foot pedal, and even like when you take it and just hook it up directly to a computer, it sounds really nice for a foot pedal. It doesn't sound too fake. It sounds, the tube really gives it some life into it, and it's a really good pedal. If I were to upgrade, I think I'd still go in the Tone Lab series, and it's got a lot of great effects. The chorus is great, the reverb is ecstatic, and the delay is to die for. I love the delay on it. It sounds really nice. But that's pretty much it for my setup. Hope you get to hear it soon.
Hey guys, I'm Robert from The Miserables, so I'm going to give you a quick crash course in my whole setup. For the guitar I use, it's a standard Fender Stratocaster made in Mexico. I have humbucker pickups, nothing too special about it. For my rig, I'm starting off with the orange Dark Terror hooked up to the orange 1x12 cab. And for the middle, I got the Marshall MG50FX. The orange Dark Terror and the orange 1x12 cabinet gives me that lower bassy sound to my guitar. for my distorted guitar, and the MG50FX gives me more of my mids and highs, so it's all balanced out. And for my pedals, I have the Snark tuner. And it's actually really cool because it has like that retro look and has a bunch of pretty colors and lights. So it's really good for when I'm playing dark, like when I'm playing in the dark or playing inside. So it'll be easily visible for me to see. For my, I use a Boss DS Distortion 1 more as a booster pedal. Really for my solo and can't stand. Just because it's really not powerful enough to give me that full sound I want. And for the main distortion pedal I use is the Digitech Grunge pedal. This thing works wonders. I've seen most people use it as a metal pedal, and I just sort of tinkered with it and I got a nice punk sound to it. And that is my setup. I hope you like it. If you don't like it, too bad.
Okay, this is my double cutaway bass. It's 4 strings. It's got some flatline strings on it because we play a little bit fast. And it's great for keeping up with the transitions and stuff. This is my Samick BA80. Its name's Nick because fell apart. But it's really good to get over the drums whenever we're practicing, whenever we're playing live. It cuts through everything. It gets to where you can hear it and not be too, not overpowering everything, but perfect for the size and everything. So, yeah, that's about it.
What's up, guys? It's Clayton from the Miserables, and I'm here to talk about my drum set. Alright, first off, we got our ZBT Zildjian cymbals. Pretty good. I got my 14 over there, a 16 over there, 18 over here, and my 20-inch rod over here. I'm using a Diablo D drum set. It's a 4-piece setup with 5 pieces. I got 2 floor toms over here. Got my 18, a 16, and my 14 up there. Got a 14-inch by 6x5 snare up there. And I got a nice big bass drum right up here. And I'm not using any special heads or anything like that. I just tune them. They're just all single ply heads. The snare, of course, has got a snare head on it. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm Newt again. Besides the lead guitar, I'm also the sound engineer. I do pretty much whatever there is to do when it comes to recording the band. And whenever we're tracking guitars, we usually use this Line 6 Spider 4 15-watt amp. For Line 6, it's not too fake. It sounds really good. And running it through our mixers, it can sound even better. We can get a really good full sound, and it's pretty much the sound you'll be hearing when you hear like a demo and something that's not us live. That's pretty much what you're going to be hearing our guitars going through, and it sounds really good. Next up, we have this PV mic. Studio Pro M1. This is the mic we usually use when we're recording, like the Line 6 for the guitars. It's really great quality for what it can do, and it's just amazing. And if we're not recording guitars, it's usually our to save space, we use this as an overhead mic on the drums when we're recording all together at once, live session. And this gets most of our sound, and it sounds really awesome. And next up we have, for like everything else we have the CAD, I guess it's the lower of the models, just a 7-piece mic set, bass, drums, snare, everything. To save space, when we're using this, we only have like probably 3 mics on the drum when we're playing live. We have the snare and and the bass drum and the overhead, which is the PV mic. And then everything else, we usually use a tom mic on the lead guitar and the rhythm guitar, and it does really well for what we need it to do. Whenever we decide to hook up the bass, we usually use the CAD KM212. Not all the time. Sometimes we'll go direct in to get it more of a pronounced, clear sound, and you don't have to hear the bass being washed out by anything else. Next up, we have our mixers. This mixer right here, the Yamaha MX-12-4, is our predominant mixer as far as like we get most of the stuff going through that, and we have the overhead mic going through it, which needs phantom power, so we keep the phantom power on this one, but and it's got the guitars, the drums, all of that stuff on there. When we go to hook up the mixer and the vocal mic to our computer, we usually go through, we take the vocal, the amp that Sergio uses for his mic, and it's got an out on there, an XLR out, and we run that through this PV, our reference quality. I guess it's a 6-channel mixer, and it really does well. Because of his amp, it's a powered speaker. We can't have the phantom power on, and so we run that through this by itself, and I guess any other vocal mic that we would probably be using, which we don't have access to right now, but we will have access to. But we run it through this so we can keep the phantom power off on this one, and keep it going on this one so we can have the overhead mic. And this has some auxiliary out cable or jacks, and it's what we usually use to go through our computer, which we're using a Dell Studio, and it's a 17-inch, and it's a Windows 7. We use Audacity, just for a quick record, and whenever we get into recording, trying to get a real demo and a real good sound going, we usually use the Sonar X1 producer to do all that. It's great software, great plugins, and it's very reliable. My computer isn't fully functional right now, so we can't use this right now, but whenever my computer gets fixed, we don't have the ability to multi-track drums right now, which kind of sucks, but we will have the ability. But when we do that, we're going to be using the Alesis IO26 Firewire, which is awesome because not a lot of laptops have Firewire nowadays, and that Dell Studio has Firewire, and it's just amazing. It's got a lot of versatility for what we need it to do, and I mean that's pretty much all of our recording stuff. Sometimes we'll venture off and we'll try a new microphone or different amp, and we can always get a good sound, and it's not necessarily the equipment you own, it's how you use it and how you utilize your knowledge of that equipment, and we can utilize everything, and it sounds really good. So that's pretty much it.